Hey guys, good morning. I've arrived in Bran, which is a 40-minute or so bus journey from Brașov, and it's the famous location of Bran Castle, one of Romania's main landmarks. As I was coming in on the bus, I could just see it in the distance and it looked incredible. I made sure to come to Bran early. Castle Bran opens at 9 AM in the morning, and usually it's full of tourists apparently, so I came here well before 9 o'clock and I'm about to head in now. Walking up towards the castle now. It costs 20 lei for me to get in, and that's with a student card, but 35 lei if you're an adult and paying a regular price. I'll be honest, I'm a bit disappointed. I thought the inside was a bit boring actually, and it's very touristy. There's so many people around, even this early. Connections between Dracula and this castle are very thin. The guy who wrote Dracula, Bram Stoker, he didn't even know this castle existed. He'd never actually even been to Romania. He just set Dracula in Transylvania. Because this castle is one of the most well-known castles in Transylvania, it has loosely been connected with Dracula and Vlad the Impaler. Vlad the Impaler, the really famous Romanian prince who was well known for being extremely cruel, and he's described as being psycho basically. There's like legends of him even dining in front of corpses and dying bodies that have been impaled. His connection with Dracula comes from people suggesting that he would take his bread and dip it in his enemy's blood before eating it, and all kinds of strange and bizarre stuff like that. Vlad the Impaler did actually stay in this castle for 2 months at one point during his life when he was imprisoned, I believe, and he also used to pass through Bram Gorge in this town regularly when he was traveling, but it is not his castle. He stayed in a different castle. So this castle is kind of like a false tourist trap, although it's a great example of Romanian architecture. I've just bought a poppy seed cake for 1 lei, which is probably about 20-25p. That's unbelievably cheap. I've seen people eat these everywhere in Romania, but I haven't had the chance to try one yet. And what a better way to have a mid-morning snack than a poppy seed cake. It's just bread with like a slightly sweet taste to it. It's very evident this used to be a small, quiet town that's now been overtaken by tourism, shops and restaurants and souvenir places. The road, even though it's really small, there's one road that runs through the town. There's cars constantly coming past. I'm gonna head to Rasnov now, which is another small town and hopefully a lot less touristy. I've now arrived in Rasnov from Bran. It took about 10 minutes or 15 minutes on the bus, and as seems to be the case with a lot of Romanian places, there's a Hollywood sign for it, which is amazing. It's far quieter than Bran, although it's much bigger in size, and local people, older men riding on bicycles, and just feels like a real Romanian town and doesn't feel artificial or commercialized for tourism. So the main attraction of Rasnov is the Citadel, which is this building at the top of the hill. So once again, I'm going to climb to the top of a hill with a Hollywood sign. Again, if you don't feel like the walk, there is a funicular you can take to reach the top. If you just take a funicular, the view's there, you take it for granted. Whereas if you earn it, it's a bit more satisfying. It's a nice walk through some shady Transylvanian woods. Breathtaking view from the top. Some huge mountains in the background, and you can see Rasnov beneath me. Brasov is this way, and where I've just come from, Castle Bran, is over there in that direction. I'm going to push on up to the Citadel. When you discover somewhere that nobody else seems to be, is when you feel like you've really travelled somewhere special. And that's why I wasn't so keen on Castle Bran this morning, because you can't even walk around the castle without bumping into somebody else. There's just so many tourists. You have to wait in a queue to go up the stairs. Whereas here it's just open and it's spectacular. You can see the Citadel and the Transylvanian forest just in the distance. Inside the Citadel, and it's incredible. Look at that. This place would have been impossible to attack because we're already on the top of a hill, and then let alone another step upwards to get to the actual Citadel itself. In fact, the Citadel was actually built for residents of the local villages to take refuge when attackers from outside forces came to try and overtake their villages. You can see the bastion I was standing in a moment ago. Forests around, mountains. I'm now at the very top of the Citadel. Amazing views all around. There's a myth attached to this well that during a particularly long siege of the fortress, when the people inside the Citadel were desperate for water, they put 2 captured Turkish soldiers to the task of digging this well, and it took them 17 years to complete it, and it's 143 meters deep. And after they finished it, after all those 17 years, they were just killed. So that's the local legend of the well. I'm at the front of the Citadel and you can see everything out of this window. Hey guys, it's now the next day and I'm in Bucharest railway station. I've just arrived here, so I'm going to end the video there. Thank you very much for watching. I suggest you definitely check out Rasnov if you go to Bran Castle. I think Rasnov is actually better. The Citadel, you get amazing views, so definitely go there. So the next video is obviously going to be Bucharest, so stay tuned for that, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.